Yes, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Nick Harkson here with Touchdown Detroit Lions over here on Syndicate Sports Detroit. How is everybody doing on this Tuesday? I hope you're feeling good. Once again, I am feeling good. It's a big time Tuesday. Like I said, we celebrate deep into the week, even though it's early in the week. But I'm celebrating all week because we are on a roll. Still, the Detroit Lions are on fire. Yes, we just beat the New York Jets 20-17. It was a gritty win, hard-fought win. But shout out to our guys, you know what I mean? They fought hard. I think that, the defense came up big. DBs have seen some better days. But, all aspects of the team came up when they needed to. The offense wasn't great all day, but they came up with the big TD. Special teams came through. And, of course, like I just said, the defense. And, this week, I'm not going to lie. I was sweating this one way, way, way more than I was the Vikings game. It's just, this one scared me. We were on the road. We don't score well on the road. And the New York Jets defense is just, they're elite. And they showed out this week again. But our defense showed out as well. They came up big right away. We went for it on that fourth down. We went for it 4 times. We ran it, tried to get it in the end zone, and we got stuffed. I was kind of shocked by that, but, that we didn't try to pass it at least once. And, but at least we got the stop there, which set up the big return for Khalif Raymond, the Iron Man. We'll talk more about Khalif here in a little bit. I'm going to let some more people get in here, and, we're going to chat it up today. But how you guys doing? Let me know how you guys are feeling. You feeling good about this win this week? I definitely am. Once again, hard-nosed, tough-fought victory. And, let's get into our rookie talk right away. Houston, the problem. That's what I heard his nickname is. Not Houston, we have a problem. Not Houston, we have a solution. Houston's the problem. And once again, he had a huge game. Not only on defense, but he was coming up big on special teams. I mean, the guy laid a huge block to let Khalif Raymond score. I think that was the last block that he had to get past that defender, and Houston came up there with a big-time play. And then he made some big tackles on special teams as well. And, of course, once again, came up with another sack for the 4th straight week, his 4th straight game. I mean, look at this. He's the 3rd player in NFL history to record a sack in each of his first 4 NFL starts. The guy's a beast. Brad Holmes, once again, hats off to you. You're doing your thing, man. You know how to find these late-round gems, and they keep producing. I think he was a 6th-round pick or like 270-something overall pick. And the guy is doing this. I mean, sheesh, it's amazing. I love it. And I couldn't ask for more with this guy. Not only was Houston doing good, but the rest of the defensive line pretty much was as well. Aiden Hutchinson coming up once again with a big-time game. Shout out Jeremy Reisman, for these stats from Twitter over here. But Hutch. This guy is 4th overall among all NFL edges, according to PFF, and that's huge as a rookie. Like I said, the future is bright. The future is definitely bright because right below that, we got Lee McNeil, 2nd-year player, and he's ranked 11th among all D tackles this week, which is great. Good to see him, but the most important one, the one that I want to touch on the most right here, down at the bottom, Alex Anzalone. Alex Anzalone is the 7th best linebacker over the past 3 weeks in the NFL. I would have never have guessed this, the way that the guy started off his career with the Lions. Now, his first year last year, he was struggling. And early on, he was not doing so well either. I think that if you want to go off of PFF, he was like 80 or out of like 90 linebackers, he was ranked 80th or something like that, which is not good. And to move up to be 7th now over the last 3 weeks is just massive. That's a massive improvement right there. And, shout out to Alex Anzalone. I got to give him props because he's another one. just like Jared Goff and like other few players on the Lions as well, that I was writing off, and I said, you know what, this guy is just not cutting it. I know he was there because we took him on a cheaper deal, and we needed some veteran guys while we were building this team. Well, you know what? The way that he's been playing lately, I'm liking the guy. He's out there flying around. He's in there on almost every single tackle. When you see the guy getting tackled, he's around there. You see his blonde hair flying. It's not hard to miss him. And, I just love what he's doing. He's putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. He's great at, rushing the passer and whatnot. But early on when he was with the Lions, I could not wait to see him get out of a Lions uniform. But now he's another guy, like I said, who's kind of winning me over. What do you guys think? How do you feel about Anzalone now after the way he's been playing lately? We're not very strong at linebacker as far as, experience-wise. I know that Rodrigo's doing great in his rookie year, and Barnes has showed some promise, and he's a second-year player, but Barnes is hurt right now. We're going to need some linebacker help, and I think that we're going to go there in the draft. But do we re-sign Anzalone for another year just to kind of be, a mentor and get out there on the field and just to kind of be out there as a mentor? I mean, he's playing great football right now. I don't know about great, but he's playing good football right now, and he's really won me over, like I said. Do we sign him for at least another year? In my opinion, I'm going to say that we keep him one more year if he's for the right price. But that's with everybody. He's a captain out there. He's a leader. The guys love him. He plays that Dan Campbell style of football, not just defense, just of football in general. And I really think that he is a value to this team, and we should give him one more year. With that being said, I do think we draft a linebacker in the draft as well, though. But yes, let's move on from that. Another defensive player who had a big-time game, Romeo Okwara, back in the lineup, 2 sacks. The guy came up huge. Love to see him back. Love to see him healthy. He's definitely makes a difference out there, as you see. And once again, Comiskey as well coming up with another big sack. Shout out those guys. Shout out those guys. Woo, a little loud, a little hot there. But yeah, let's get into some turnover talk here. The DBs were not playing well, but Wilson gave us a present, and he tossed one up there to Jerry Jacobs. I wish that Seatbelt would have tried to take it all the way back for a touchdown because our offense was not doing that well. But it didn't matter. It was a huge pick. And with that turnover right there, that's 13 consecutive games with a turnover, and that is the longest streak in the NFL right now. So the Lions defense has definitely turned it around. These turnovers are huge. I think that's going to be the key to our success moving forward. We got to get a turnover each game. The Jets was the game that I feared the most. We do have some more tough games coming up, and we'll get into that more. But yeah, this was a tough game, and to come out alive out of New York with a win, with playoff implications on the line, is just huge. It shows that we have a new Lions team here. And let's hit on this. The offense didn't look that good, right? They didn't look too good. But they put up 252 yards through the air, and that happened to be the second most yards through the air that's the Jets defense has given up all season. That's crazy to me. So we honestly didn't do that bad against the Jets. I mean, this just shows how good their defense is. And for us to come out with a win, like I said, is just huge. Props to our guys for that hard-fought victory. But let's get to the biggest play of the game. Let's get to the one that happened way down the line, the Brock Wright touchdown. I loved it so much. I want to see it again. And here we go.
Trying to keep this drive alive.
Goff drops back.
Goff
finds an open Brock Wright.
Pitch to
around
right.
him.
Big
He's
game.
going to the 20, to the 10, hits a block.
Is going to take it the distance.
Lions
Touchdown.
Lions take the lead with no time left. Yes, I love it. I love it. Biggest play of the game to me. And even the Jets defensive back, Reed, he had a lot to say about that. He gave our team props. They were not expecting it. He said this, quote, credit to their offensive coordinator, their head coach, whoever calls their plays. They gave the ball to the tight end who normally doesn't get the ball in those situations. We're playing aggressive because it's 4th and 1. You have to play aggressive. And if we stop the run, we win the game. So obviously we're all devastated, but credit to where it's due. That was a good play. All right. Yes. Thank you for those words of encouragement there, Reed. We know it was a good play. And shout out Ben Johnson for once again killing it with a big situation play call. You know, I love the guy. I hope that he stays with us for the long run, but I don't see him being there for multiple years. I think that he's probably going to get a head coaching job eventually. But hopefully, like I said, he goes under the radar and we keep him for another year and we make a big-time run again next year because I think we're on a run right now. But, yeah, that play that we just watched with Brock Wright, that usually happens to us, you know, and I'm so glad it didn't this time. And this proves that we're turning it around. And, you know, Amon-Ra was kind of asked about that. You know, they asked him about plays that normally happen to Lions, big plays that he's used to seeing, and why they're turning that around. And he said, we have momentum, we have confidence. When you play with that, I think anything is possible, and I agree. Shout out to the Sun God. And while we're talking about him, I mean, this guy is on his way to just breaking franchise record after franchise record. He is the first the first Detroit Lions wide receiver to have 900-plus receiving yards in his first 2 seasons. He's also 26 yards away from breaking Calvin Johnson's receiving yards of the youngest player to pass 100,000 receiving yards. Not 100,000. Geez, what am I on today? 1,000. Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm going to get into the comments here for a little bit. John Peterson, what's up? Caden, how you doing? Kim, what's going on? Let's see, is Goff under contract? Yes, next year. Yes, he is. And let me see. I believe that we could keep him. I got it right here. Yeah, we got him for 4 years. It's just we're going to have to pay him for a lot more. And that's what we're going to have to decide. We can release him. We can trade him. But he's on our team. So if we want to pay him the money, then yeah, we can do it. I think we can also save some cap space if we do get rid of him, but I don't think that's the answer. I think Goff is our quarterback, at least right now for the foreseeable future. I don't think that we draft a quarterback this year in the draft. Like I said, you know, I just saw the draft positions, and right now, since the Packers won last night, moved the Rams down. We're at number 4 again, and I believe 18 or 19 with our own. Right here it says 18. So, you know, we're still in the top 20 with 2 picks, a top 5 pick, which is great. I would say, you know, we go probably D tackle or, you know, defense no matter what right there with our top 5 pick to me. And then at our 18 or 19, wherever we end up in the draft later on, we go with the best available. Whether, you know, I still say we go defense. Get some DB help because they were just struggling. Jerry Jacobs and Okuda are good. And, you know, our safeties are coming along and whatnot, but we still need some help. I hope that we pick up a linebacker. Maybe we steal the Iowa linebacker Campbell, who's a beast in late 2nd round, early 3rd. I don't know if he's still there. That would be amazing. But yeah, let's get out of draft talk. We'll get into that a little bit later too. But yeah, I want to talk about Khalif Raymond before we talk about the future. This guy Khalif Raymond is an Iron Man, and he got the ball. He got the game ball this week. Dan Campbell said it. He does everything for him. When guys got hurt this year, he stepped in. He stepped up. He made big plays. He plays special teams. You know, I've seen him go down and make a few tackles this year too. So, just for him to struggle the way that he did early on in his career and to come out this game and to have a big game against his old team, you love to see it. And I'm glad that he's on our team for another year. I thought earlier this year, for some reason, I thought that we were going to have to re-sign him, but no, he's on our team. again next year as well. And I got a question for you guys. Okay, so we played the Jets this week and we beat the Jets. Robert Saleh was a candidate to be the head coach here in Detroit, and a lot of you guys wanted him here. Now, he's not doing too bad over in New York, and Dan Campbell's proven that he's not doing too bad in Detroit now either. A lot of you were pretty mad at Dan Campbell at the beginning for the way that our record was compared to what Robert Saleh was doing over in New York. For the Robert Saleh fans, or for just anybody who was on the edge in general, does this win over the Jets against Robert Saleh at home sway your mind to now think that we have the right guy at head coach in Dan Campbell? Me personally, I think we've had the right guy for a while. I was kind of losing hope in the middle of this season, but just the way that he's able to coach the guys up and get them to play as hard as they can for him week in and week out, and to go from 1-6 to 7-7. I mean, oh my goodness, that's just crazy to me. And I definitely think we got the right guy here in Detroit. I wouldn't want any other coach, honestly, now after the way that we're doing this and the way that we're building it. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we got the right guy at head coach? Do you think that we should have taken Saleh? I know that there's a lot of you out there who loved him because he's a Dearborn, Michigan guy. But, you know, to me, I think that we got the right guy in Dan Campbell. I want to hear you guys sounding off in the comments, though. I only see a few today, which is all right. I got enough to ramble on. I can do this on my own. But yeah, let's get into the next subject here. Let's talk playoff talk. And I'm not going to do the little stupid playoff voice anymore because it's serious. We are right there. And yes, I know the Packers are now 6-8. I apologize. I took this picture last night and I had it set up. But look it. We're right there. We pretty much, if Washington loses and Seattle loses, we control our own destiny if we win this week, which is insane to think about coming from a 1-6 team. We can also clinch before we even play the Packers the last game of the season if we win our next two games and Seattle and Washington lose their next two games. I would love to see that happen more than anything. Sorry to, the Commanders and Seattle fans. Sorry, not sorry. But, I would rather just have it done and over with going into that Packers game. But I want to get into that right now. I'm not scared of the Packers. I don't care if it comes down to that game. And I see a lot of our fans right now are scared of the Packers game. We got to stop being that way. This is a new Lions team. That Packers team is not the same that it was before. And I know it's in Lambeau, and that game's always lingered and kind of, we've lost that game a lot of times. But look it, if we want to be winners, we got to start acting like winners. We cannot expect the worst. This is not the same old Lions. When you expect the worst, what do you think's going to happen? The worst. If you expect the best, maybe the best doesn't happen. But I think a positive mindset goes a long way, and we just got to start believing instead of doubting. Don't stop believing, Detroit. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Born and raised in South Detroit. Let's go. This is our year. We can turn this around. We can make the playoffs. I think it's been since they said the 70s since a team was 1-6 and then made the playoffs, and that was the Cincinnati Bengals. But I think we got the team this year. We got the heart. We got the coach. We got the players. We got the drive. It's there. It's there for us to grab. I don't see the teams in front of us winning out. I definitely see one more loss from Seattle, and I definitely see one more loss from Washington. I don't know if New York's going to win out, or they might lose the rest of their games. Depends on how the Eagles play that last game. But if the Lions take care of business, I think we're there, people. What do you guys think? You think we're there? Do you think that we got the team to not only make a run to the playoffs, but how about this? If we make the playoffs, do we have the team to win a game on the road in the playoffs? If we play Minnesota, I absolutely believe so. If we play Dallas, I don't think we will. If we play, I think that we'll win that game as well. 49ers would be a tough game. But I think we got the team to take on most everybody in the NFC. And like a lot of the people in the media are saying, you do not want to see Detroit right now in the playoffs. I want to see them in the playoffs. I know Detroit Lions fans want to see them in the playoffs, but no other fan of any other team or any other team wants to see us in the playoffs right now. We're playing that good. We are playing that good. But yeah, and look it, we got Kerryon Johnson back on board. Did anybody see this? Kerryon said, if the Lions go to the playoffs, I will be purchasing tickets with my child's college fund. I do not care. I saw Kerryon earlier this year. He was kind of talking crap. So, whatever. I never lost love for you, Kerryon. I know how it is, but, I'm glad to see that you're back with us, supporting the Lions, and that you're going to buy a playoff ticket. As a matter of fact, buy me a ticket with your child's college fund too. We'll have a good time. I'm just kidding. I know we don't know each other, but I would love to go to the playoffs and watch a playoff game with Kerryon Johnson. That would be fun. I do not care. But yeah, I'm going to get into these comments real quick, see how you guys are feeling today. After beating the Jets, this is from David. After beating the Jets, I believe we can beat the Packers. That's what I'm talking about. We are making the playoffs and winning the first game, also by David. Yes, David, I love your attitude, man. Like I said, I think we talked about this before. We could watch a football game together. I'm an optimistic Lions fan. I like the other optimistic Lions fan. We got to be that way. We got to believe, and we also got to be realistic at the same time. But I think that we are right now. I think that we can finally be realistic and be confident with this Lions team. And the best part about it is we're in our second year of the rebuild. We're going to get more guys. There's going to be free agents who want to come here now. It's only going to get better in my eyes. So this is just huge. I love the direction that we're going in. And yeah, like Dan Campbell said, winning teams find ways to win, and that's what we're doing right now. But okay, I got some breaking news that happened right before I went live, and I want to touch on it since, it is Lions related, and we kind of all saw this maybe happening anyways. But unfortunately, Deshaun Elliott, he dislocated his shoulder, and it's looking like he's not going to be able to play this Saturday, at least according to Dan Campbell. He said it's going in the wrong direction for him to be able to play. But he's not ruling out a multiple week injury. It's just a short week. And for those of you who don't know, the NFL games are on Saturday this week. So we're playing on Saturday because Christmas is Sunday. Happy holidays, everybody. I don't know what you celebrate, but happy holidays. And yeah, so make sure you're watching that on Saturday. But Deshaun Elliott will not be playing this Saturday, unfortunately. So yes. I don't got much more. If you guys want to ask me some more questions, this is a shorter episode today. I didn't have a lot of questions to touch on, but okay. I got something I want to talk about. I just remembered. Did any of you watch that Monday Night Football game last night? I did, and I want to punch Aaron Rodgers in the face. I mean, I do anyways. I can't stand his face. Sorry to people who like the guy. His little comment after the game, the commentator said, your next three opponents are above 500. How are you going to handle this? And then he quickly, with a smirk, a smart aleck little smirk, says one of the teams is 500 right now. And he's talking about the Lions, of course. You know what, Aaron Rodgers? Screw you, man. I hope you guys lose next week, and I hope you're knocked out of playoff contention. And then I hope when we go and play you that we just murder you guys anyways, because it's a brand new team here. Like I've been saying, we are a brand new Lions, and you are a brand new crappy Packers team. As a matter of fact, I don't see you on the Packers next year. So we're going to beat you one last time, and then you can take up your bag, pack your bags, get out of Green Bay, go wherever you're going to do some ayahuasca, and we'll talk to you later while we're in the playoffs and you're sitting your butt at home. At least that's how I hope it plays out. I'm getting ahead of myself. We got another comment here from Dave. He says, hey, Nick, how do you feel about Stafford Not retiring. Well, okay. I didn't see much news on this yet. I was kind of thinking, in my opinion, I thought that he would retire because he's got that, was it a spinal contusion? And he's already broken his back and had, so many bad injuries, and he's still young. I hope that he's gotten his Super Bowl. I think it's time for Stafford to retire. I know he loves the game so much, but I think, he needs to retire. He needs to retire a Lion. And when he does retire a Lion, we need to cheer him on. We don't need to boo him. He left, he got a Super Bowl. He put in a lot of great years here in Detroit, and he gave us his heart and soul every single time he went out there on the field. So I think when he does retire and when he comes back to Detroit to retire as a Lion, even though he won a Super Bowl with the Rams, we need to applaud him. We need to show class. He showed us a lot of good years. But you know what? I hope that he does. I hope he changes his mind. I didn't hear that he wasn't retiring yet. So that's news to me, Dave. But I hope he changes his mind. I hope he retires. He's got young girls that he's got to take care of. He's got a family. He's made enough money. He's gotten his ring. The only thing left for him to do is go out and get more numbers to secure a Hall of Fame ballot. He's definitely not first ballot to me. Even though I love the guy, he was my favorite player for a long time at Detroit. But he does need to rack up the stats a little bit more to become a Hall of Famer in my eyes. But maybe he gets it anyways. He's an Iron Man. But he needs more stats in my eyes to make the Hall of Fame. Still, though, he did a lot for Detroit. When he retires, he needs to retire a Lion, and we need to cheer him on. Show some class, when he comes over. But yeah, do we got any more questions here? If not, I'm going to get into one more little segment here. I don't know if you saw, but the fans came through big for the Pro Bowl voting. Kirby Joseph came through number 1. Shout out Kirby Joseph. That's big time, you know what I mean? Frank Ragnow, number 2. Hutch, 3. 2. Swell, 3. Amon-Ra, 3. Jonah Jackson, 3. Taylor Decker, 5, even though he should have been up there more. Jared Goff, 5. That away, Goff. That's what's up. Jamal, 5. And Deshaun Elliott, 6. Too bad Deshaun can't play this weekend, of course. But yeah, guys. We got a big one coming up once again. This Sunday, Carolina on the road. Carolina, they're not a pushover team. They play tough. They got an interim coach right now. But they've beaten some good teams and they've hung with some good teams. We got to go in there and we got to take care of business. And like Dan Campbell said this last week, he pointed out that the team was kind of playing scared to lose. We can't do that. Lions got to go look themselves in the mirror and say, you know what, we're a good team. We just got to go out there, do what we do, and let loose. And as long as we do that on Sunday, I think we come up with another W. I think we beat the Bears the following week. I hope it doesn't come down to the Packers game. I just want to be in. But if it does, I'm not scared of it. I think that we're going to go in there and we're going to handle business. We're going to bite the kneecaps off of Aaron Rodgers and the rest of the Packers team. And we're going to march our way into the playoffs. But yes, y'all, I got one more question. Oh, what's up, Lions Mania? Yes, I'm at the end now. Sorry, brother, but you can rewatch this. And we'll be posting more segments throughout the week. I also want to shout out, we got a new guy here on Syndicate Sports Detroit who is putting his show on every Saturday. That's my boy David. Shout out David. He's going to be doing that. So join him every Saturday for some live as well. But David Bryson asks, what's your record prediction for this Saturday? My record prediction? Or you want like my score? Are you like, I think we're going to win. I definitely think we're winning. And I think that we're putting up, we're going to be in Carolina. It's on the road. I'll say we're winning this one 31-17. 31-17. Coming away with it right there. That's my score prediction right there. If you wanted to clarify more what my record prediction is, I can tell you my record for the rest of the year. We're winning out. That's what I think. But yes. Much love to everybody in here. I hope you guys have a great day. Once again, My name is Nick Harkson with Touchdown Detroit Lions over here on Syndicate Sports Detroit. Until next time, everybody. Peace.